Hello, my name is Dr. Ruth Newstifter. Most folks call me Dr. Ruthie. I'm a professional sexuality educator and I blog over at exploringintimacy.com. I'm also the author of The Nice Girl's Guide to Talking Dirty, but now I am here thanks to funwares.com answering your questions about sex and relationships, so make sure you stop by Funwares and say thanks for me. I've been getting lots of good questions by Twitter and by email. I'm so happy to be answering all of you guys' wonderful questions. And we have one, I don't know if this is their real name or not. We'll just call him Mr. S. I like that name, Mr. S. No relation to the leather store. So Mr. S says, so I have a girlfriend and we have sex on a normal basis, and on days we don't, I usually masturbate. I was able to have sex 3 times a day without a problem. Now sometimes it's hard for me to do it 2 times a day. It doesn't get erect as easy anymore. Any ideas or suggestions, please help, Mr. S. Mr. S, thanks so much for your question, and this is a question that a lot of guys have. So let's talk about a couple of different possibilities with this. You don't mention your age, Mr. S. So I do want to note that, I don't know how long you've been together with your girlfriend or whatever, but with aging, it's natural and normal for guys to no longer be able to readily have sex 3 times a day. That's kind of a phenomena that's distinct to late puberty and adolescence. It may go into the 20s. Some folks are particularly vigorous and they keep having that trait, longer into life, but we tend to see that decrease at the end of adolescence and puberty. So that may just be a normal sort of situation that you have going on there. The other thing to consider, or another thing to consider, is that when people have been in a relationship for 3 to 6 months is kind of a general stereotype for this. Their hormones and things in the body, brain chemical stuff, changes a little bit, and they're no longer as about sex with that person anymore, which is fine. The nature of the attraction is still very sexual, but instead of being this crazy, obsessive, lusty crush sort of thing that you no way could have that your whole life. You wouldn't be able to hold down a job. It would be miserable to be that obsessed for that long. It turns into from crazy explosions to a steady roaring fire. So it takes a change in nature. And that kind of change either means that the two of you are going to have a solid relationship for a while, or you realize that you didn't really have anything. It was based on besides the kind of sex, then you drift apart. So know that also if this is kind of correlating with that sort of timeline in your relationship, that may be what's happening. Again, perfectly normal, not a problem. The third possibility is that, and I'm totally not trying to scare you here, but I would be remiss if I failed to mention it, is that there may be some sort of physical cause going on. Now, I'm going to tell you having sex 3 times a day is a lot more times a day than most people can have sex. So please don't take this as me saying that I think you have some sort of physical emergency going on. 1 time a day is totally normal. Twice a day is lovely. Depending on your age and your physical health, once every other day is also perfectly in the realm of normal for human beings. But anytime someone has had a sudden marked decrease in their ability to become aroused or in their ability to orgasm specifically, we should look at physical factors just to rule them out. If you have any changes in your prescriptions that you're taking, if you're taking any prescriptions, if you have increased your alcohol use, if you've started using pot or any other street drugs, all of those can have a negative impact on your sex drive and your sex life, depending on your body, depending on the substances you're taking, legal or illegal, either way. So all of those can play a part in it as well. It sounds like you're still able to have regular sex and erections, just not 3 times a day. If you had gotten to the place where you were saying, I can't hardly ever get it up out of the blue, I really can't have orgasms out of the blue, I would say definitely get yourself to a doctor and let them know, because that can be a sign of circulation problems and things like that a physician could tell you more about than my kind of doctor, family development. But that doesn't sound to be your problem, but I still want to put that out there just in case any listeners needed to know that. So my thoughts for you, it's definitely not a problem to masturbate. I think everybody should be, everybody who wants to masturbate should be masturbating. You're in a relationship, you want to masturbate, by all means masturbate. You're not in a relationship, you love to masturbate, keep on masturbating. Wave the flag for masturbation, be proud. But it shouldn't be the thing you eliminate as the answer to this. Perhaps what would be good to look at would be to expand your repertoire of sex play. If you still want to be having sex 3 times a day, awesome. Maybe not all of that sex needs to require you to have an erection and or an orgasm. For instance, incorporating more sex toys, knowing that you can get oral sex without an erection. You can even have an orgasm without an erection. They typically go together, but they don't have to. They're actually separate things that just hold hands. You can do all kinds of things to please your sweetie and have great sex, and maybe you can be having sex a lot of times. You just aren't having an erection or an orgasm all of them. And being able to diversify your sexual repertoire like that makes a great lover into a phenomenal lover, makes a really fine lover into an unforgettable lover, because they know how to have fun in all kinds of ways that go beyond relying on the performance of their penis. And that really is the key to being an exceptional lover. I'm Dr. Ruthie. I hope that this information helps you. Keep on having fun, and I will see you at the next video.